All right, so we're going to go through some hamstring curl variations on the TRX. So your goal with this is to try to progress from the easier version and eventually make it up to the harder version. So what you're going to need for this is a TRX or a suspension strap. You can also do all of these same exercises with an exercise ball. So what we're going to do is you're going to hook your heels in the straps. And then you're just going to lay on your back. The suspension strap should be vertical right here. So all you're going to do is with the straps vertical, you can take your arms, feel free to leave them at your sides at about 45 degrees for now. We're going to push down through your heels in order to lift your hips up, just to get your whole torso and legs all in one straight line. Once you have one straight line with the whole body, the easier version is going to be keep your hips right where they are and try to just pull your heels towards your head here. And then you can reach them back forwards. So this is the easy version. The medium version is going to be trying to pull them in. Once they're in, see if you can lift your hips up a little higher to get a nice straight line at 180 degrees. And then you can reach them back out. And then the hard version is going to be trying to maintain 180 degrees between the legs and the torso at the front of the hip here the entire time. So as your heels come in, your torso stays in line with your legs here. So that's going to be the harder version. And then within those three, you have some small levers that you can play with to continue to make these a little easier or harder. So I told you to start with your arms at 45 degrees. So your arms are actually going to be pushing into the ground a little bit to help you out. So basically, if your arms are doing a lot of the work and you want to have your legs take on a little bit more challenge, you can just take your arms to a higher level until they're at about 90 degrees. Once they're at 90 degrees here, they'll give you lateral stabilization, but they can no longer really help you lift up your hips and legs. So that's one lever that you can pull to adjust the difficulty. The other is, I mentioned, start with the straps here at a vertical angle. So if I scoot this way, now the straps are angled away from me. So in this case, I actually have some assistance because I'm already at like the top of the pendulum here. So when I start to curl in, I'm actually going down the slope of that pendulum and gravity is actually helping me out. If I want to make this a little bit more challenging, I can actually scoot farther away. And then I can have the straps at their starting position actually angled towards me. So now on the arc of that pendulum swing, I'm going to be going uphill this time. So now the same exercise will be quite a bit harder because I'm going uphill. So work through the different variations, figure out what the right starting point for you is, and then once you get good at that variation, play with the small levers, and then eventually once you get good enough at maximizing all the small levers, then you can jump up to like the medium or the hard version of this exercise.